Clinton on the left to John McCain on the right. Democrats and Republicans are already gearing up for the presidential election in 2008. So here with a scoop on who will and who won't be on the ballot, please welcome from the Fox News channels Hannity and Combs, Sean Hannity.
Hello, good to see you. Hello, don't get up. How are you? Nice to see you. Good to see you again. How are you? I can't keep up with this. Well, I'm glad Elisabeth is here because I didn't have anybody on my side the last time I was here.
Come on.
There's no
independent thinkers.
Exactly, for me. Welcome aboard. Congratulations on the baby, by the way.
You say yours?
No. My wife's watching. Come on.
Can we say before we start, you are exceptionally cute.
I know. Yeah,
look how cute you are.
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, you're very nice.
But I hear you're like a rabid Republican.
He is.
Would you ever say just Republican, or is every Republican rabid in your view?
No, I heard that you were a rabid Republican.
Well, have you ever listened to my show?
Yes.
You have?
Yes.
Do you think I'm a rabid Republican?
I think you're, yeah.
You're passionate.
But I think you back up everything you say. You're very, very smart. Yeah. There's the rub.
Well, but not only that, I have more liberals on my radio and TV show than anybody else out there. Rosie, you are invited on my radio and TV show anytime you want to come.
I'd love to come. I don't have a job.
But you have a very clear position.
Yes. And you won't have one after.
I want to talk about your...
But I'm a Reagan Republican. I cut taxes, defend this country against evil, stand up against evil.
Yeah. But how do you define evil really, Sean, when you think about it? Because anyone different than us is considered evil.
No.
What's going to happen? Humans are going to be hurting each other all over the world. There are different cultures. God's not an American.
You know what's evil? When I saw mass graves in Iraq and 400,000 bodies pulled out of them, that's evil in our time.
Yes, but
when I saw
thousands of our boys dying and women
yes, that's right.
But you know something?
We have to talk because they'll say we didn't let them talk. All right, go talk.
Thank you, Joy.
You're welcome. Calm down, talk.
No. But if we didn't stand up to evil, when the United States fought the forces of Nazism, fascism, Imperial Japan, lives were put at risk.
Yes.
Are you going to say we're not better off as a world with Saddam out of that
I don't think
position?
we're going to go down this path right now.
No, I don't. But let me just say one thing.
Yeah.
We invaded a sovereign nation in defiance of the UN.
Wait a minute. No. Did you
Yes, we
did you read the UN resolutions?
Yes, I did.
You read 1441? 1441 said
Sean,
there'd be
is this
consequences.
true or not true? We invaded a sovereign nation in defiance of the UN.
That is not true.
You're wrong. I'm not telling you the
That
truth.
is not true.
And we also maintain there were weapons of mass destruction, which there weren't. So let's not even go. Let's go to 2008, okay? Because that's why you're here.
All right.
And who's going to run? And the number one name you hear on the Democratic side is Hillary Clinton. Although she's being coy, most people think she is going to run. Do you think she will run? And if so, will she be the front runner?
She's in. She'll get the nomination.
And then she'll lose,
Is she beatable?
Come on.
I think if Republicans take her for granted, they're being foolish. She has one of the smartest politicians, and I don't like Bill Clinton, but Bill Clinton is a smart, savvy politician, and for the Republicans to ignore her as a viable political threat.
Well, she's no puppet, Sean. It's not like just because she has Bill Clinton
but what
behind
has she
her.
ever accomplished, Meredith? Can you name one thing she's done 4 years in the Senate? Can you name one piece of legislation?
Well, what has Bill Frist accomplished? But listen, let me ask you a question. I want you to ask me, do I think you're a rabid Republican?
No, I don't want the answer.
This is the litmus test. Are you against or for stem cell research? And federal funding for?
I am against federal funding.
Why?
Why?
Because I don't think the government ought to be involved in life issues.
But then why should the government pay for war then?
No, but it's not the same thing because we wouldn't be here on the View.
Well, why does the federal government deny funding then for in terms of classes for kids if they don't preach anything other than abstinence?
No, look, there's enumerated roles for the federal government. At what point do we say we also have to respect the right of people that think that life begins at conception and you don't destroy life to save life, but in the private sector versus the public sector, you have two very different things going on.
Christopher Reeve died without hope because of the religious separation, lack of separation of church and state by this administration. The man died without hope of a cure because of the lack of stem cell research.
That's intellectually dishonest because the public sector has every right to study stem cells, while conservatives are saying we shouldn't spend federal tax dollars.
They're going to lose the election based on that.
I think and all those people that want to adopt those embryos, there are 500,000 children in America in foster care with no families to love them. 500,000 children.
All of those children from the embryos and in the adoption homes and foster homes need adoption.
All right.
I want to move on to the Republican side of 2008, okay? Senator John McCain could be an option.
I love him.
What about Giuliani as his partner? McCain said he wouldn't run as the VP, maybe. So do you think that Giuliani would actually take a back seat?
I don't think Jeb Bush is out of it. I don't think Dick Cheney is out of it.
So you don't believe he is, though?
You know what? Everybody says they're out of it because they don't want to answer the question anymore. I think Condoleezza Rice is a strong, viable possibility for the...
Really?
Get a close-up of me, please! Get a close-up of my face!
Are you okay?
That's what I would think of a Condoleezza Rice nominee! That's my head almost exploding.
Yeah.
I think she's going to unzip herself, and it's going to be Dick Cheney's twin brother. It's going to come out, just like on Scooby-Doo.
But you know what?
Remember Scooby-Doo?
But Rosie, you guys, all you guys on the left, you demonize this president. You once called George Bush a war criminal.
He is. He should be tried at The Hague.
What do you want? You want to give him the death penalty?
No, I said he should be tried.
Life in prison?
Tried.
You want to convict him?
Listen, the leader of any nation that defies the UN and invades a sovereign nation that had nothing to do with 9/11 should be tried.
I want to ask one question. Are we better off with Saddam captured and the mass graves and rape rooms closed? Yes or no?
Do you think that we're not raping and torturing the prisoners that we take in?
Do you have any evidence that we are?
Oh my God, Sean! Don't you see the pictures?
Where's the evidence?
Abu Ghraib.
Who?
Hello.
Who? There was underwear on the head of one individual. We're not raping and killing anybody.
I think you're delusional. If you think that we didn't hurt the Quran
Where's your evidence?
My evidence is that people like Fox Media are the only ones
Forget Fox
reporting
Media.
the
Where's
news.
your proof? Where is your evidence?
Look at the photos. Read somebody besides Fox News. Look at the BBC. They have been torturing prisoners.
Who
the
did?
United States of America. Yes, we have.
No, America's been liberating oppressed and
oh my God,
oppressed
you
people
guys,
around the world. We have liberated 50 million people are free because George W. Bush is president.
And how many American poor children are dead fighting a war that was never needed?
Can I say one thing?
Yes.
Our very right to sit here and debate this issue was won on a battlefield.
And democracy is only thrives with dissent. You need dissent. Someone to stand up and say, look at the man with no clothes.
You can dissent, but you're wrong. The world is better off and safer because this president had the moral courage to stand up.
Why don't we go to Africa? Why don't we go to Africa? There's evil there, Sean. Wait. Why are we not in Somalia? You want to police the whole world, Elizabeth? You want to go to every nation that has a culture different than ours?
That doesn't mean we shouldn't stand up when we can and help human oppression.
This is why I don't have my own show anymore, because I would do this every day if people get mad.
Are you coming back, Sean? Please do. All right.
When do you want to come on? Any day this week. I'm on every day.
Thanks to Sean Hannity. Be sure to check out Hannity and Combs weeknights on the Fox News channel. Check your local listing for times. We'll be right back.